Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Ball podcast. It is your host, Ian. Joining me, as always, is Justin. And it's the only good thing I could say, at least on my end, is that it's a Thursday and tomorrow's a Friday. Listeners, you may not hear this till tomorrow. It was a long, long work week. It was shit. Justin, I think your week has been shit as well.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say what you kind of just said as well. It just feels like a really long week. Just a lot of work in general. But I did have my
Yeah.
mid-year review yesterday, and I got a lot of good news, which I guess that is what's making me finish strong throughout this week. A little positive there, but it's still been long.
I hate to be the negative guy, but like, isn't it shit that you got your mid-year review August 5th and you probably had to hand that in what, in the end of June?
No,
Because
I didn't have to
August,
hand. I didn't have to hand in anything.
well, I'm just saying August 5th is not the middle of the year. We're like
Well,
comfortably towards like three-quarters of the way. I'm
I'm
just
just glad
saying.
I wasn't getting fired. So.
No, 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 it's true. It's true, but some people appreciate timely feedback is what I'm saying. Maybe the same week. Hey, Jay, great first half of the year.
No, mine was into the office. Hey, we're gonna have your mid-year review today
All
in
right,
about an
let's do
hour.
it.
Is that good with you? Yep, got no problem with it.
All right, all right. Well, got mid-year reviews, got a lot of work, but we also do have footy coming back. We've had the Scottish Prem come back. What a hell of a first weekend. Did you watch any of it?
I saw Rangers lost today.
Rangers lost.
Hearts, Hearts, I think got destroyed 6-1 or something.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love the Scottish Premiership. Celtic only pulled one off, 1-0 on Monday, but I just it's really fun to watch the Premiership. Like it's just there's a lot of shit always going on. They're always playing really hard. So I mean, it was a great opening weekend. Hibernian lost. St. Johnstone beat Kilmarnock 4-3. Hearts lost 2-1 to Aberdeen. Rangers tied with Dundee United 1-1. So, I mean, they started off with an upset, and then Celtic only beat Dundee FC 1-0. So, what an
Did
opening
someone
weekend.
did
And we
some
get
did someone lose 6-1 then?
maybe in the Conference League.
Because I said Hearts lost six. I said Hearts lost 6-1. You said two
That
to
could
one.
have
I
been the
swear I
champ.
saw
Well, they were
something
also
six
playing
one
for
today.
those Champions League spots because
Spots.
like the
Okay, it could have
Scottish
been
League
that
had
then.
to
So
play to the Champions League.
yeah.
And then we got the Dutch League back, and then La Liga, Bundesliga are back the following weekend. I believe they kick off the 15th, and then the 22nd, the Prem is back. So.
Was
Listeners, we only really have to make it through another
2.5.
15 days, really. Arsenal kick off on the 21st. So we're almost there. I hope you're all as excited as I am. We got a big episode ahead for you. A lot of transfer news. Obviously, a lot of rumors this time of year, but a lot of really big signings that did occur, including Arsenal, shittily enough. Then we're going to go over our fantasy Premier League top five by position. We'll cover keeper, defender, midfielder, and forward. And then we'll wrap things up with the Blues corner. Justin, you ready to go?
Rock and roll.
All right, let's dive into it. Transfer news, updates, and rumors. Justin, I know you have the completed transfer list up in front of you. So, what you want to rock with that one first?
Yeah, we can talk probably about, I would say, the two biggest ones. We'll start off with Arsenal. Obviously, the whole situation with Bruno Guimarães is now officially a gunner going to Arsenal, the Newcastle center mid, for 75 million, which steal? Is it a steal, Ian? Do you think?
At
Thinking
75
of the
million.
market, like if you had to compare him to Tonali, these both center mids that played for Newcastle, both are now at different clubs. Do you think Tonali's worth more than Guimaraes, or do you think vice versa
I
here?
don't think that much more. I think it is a bit of a steal. I think 75 million for Bruno Guimarães. I talked to a Newcastle fan about this as well that they valued Tonali more than Guimarães. I think age-wise, Tonali is a few years younger, so I do think obviously that plays a factor into things if that's the case. But I mean, I think skill-wise, there I would take Bruno over my team. Tonali's 26. And then Bruno Guimaraes is
He's not that far off him.
28. No, so it's only a
Yeah.
2 year difference. I mean, for that much money, it's a steal for Arsenal. It's a
No,
proven player.
yeah.
It's a player who was very, very good for Newcastle and was a Champions League caliber player. I think he
And
starts.
I do too, and I think he's going to help that central midfield too, especially if the rumors are that Declan Rice is going to miss the first couple weeks just because of all the workload he's had on him. He'll fit in right there. But even if Rice just decides to come back right away, which I know they said he wants, depending how Arsenal sets up and how Arteta wants to play, he can play the 6 or the 8. He's very
I was just
versatile
gonna
with
say
that.
that. Oh, go ahead.
Which no, I'm just trying to think like they can go a double six with
Mhm.
Declan Rice and Guimaraes and probably if they go Eze in front of them, depending how they go. If they want to put Odegaard at that 10 spot, which they could do, or again if they just go Declan at the 6, Bruno at the 8, and then again 10, you have different options. But I think they're getting a good player who, like you said, he's got leadership. He's very aggressive. He's not afraid to get stuck into tackles. He's not afraid to get yellow cards. We've seen that with Newcastle. But I think this signing makes Arsenal a lot more dangerous for the rest of the Premier League as well.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunately for Chelsea fans, it's an excellent signing for Arsenal. I don't think Chelsea are in the big gun race for a player like that anymore. But I was piggybacking off what you were going to say. I think he is someone that isn't just. I hope Arsenal don't think they're just getting like a holding pivot midfielder. He is somebody that can join the attack. He can get up towards that 20-yard box, make the passes into the box, he had 4 assists in the World Cup. Like you're not making those from a holding pivot position, right? So I definitely do think he is a huge piece for him. I think he'll start. I think he'll start the whole year for him. I think he'll be there on the starting. I think he'll be starting when the Premier League starts, and then I think he'll continue to play throughout the season.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to rotate, obviously, because of all like
Yeah.
competitions. But he'll probably be starting a majority of the games.
Mhm. I agree.
Next one, which this one was supposed to be confirmed. It was the Yan Diomande to Real Madrid. It is officially now confirmed. Obviously, before there was legal pauses with the whole transfer, bunch of drama going back and forth. But the 19-year-old Ivory Coast winger is officially a Real Madrid player worth 140 million with add-ons and one of Real Madrid's biggest transfers in club history.
I take everything back I said last week about this because now it's stupid when you resign Vinny. Like, why would you do both? They both play that fucking position, and Mbappe likes to play it on the left. Why did you just do the same thing? Why did you? I don't understand it anymore.
And
Unless
yeah,
one of them is going to move to the right, and it's not going to be Mbappe, it's not going to be Vinny. So now you're moving someone young and hoping that he turns into that player when his preferred position's on the left. I don't like it. I don't like it now that they re-signed Vinny. I like Diamande a lot as a player, super talented, but if he's going to just rotate with Vinny, why?
that's what I can't see. I'm never going to underestimate Jose Mourinho because Jose Mourinho definitely has a plan here.
Right.
100%. I'm not gonna deny that, but you're not paying this 19-year-old kid who we know had a very good World Cup for Ivory Coast, who's a very good player, for 140 million and sitting him on the bench.
Right.
It's an absolutely no. And
Right.
like you said, it's going to depend what they do. And again, obviously the rumors that we can talk about after is with Vinny Jr. is like you said, Mbappe is going to play more than likely on that left. Is he going to shift to the left? Is he going to be playing as a left winger? Are they going to put someone else up top? Are they going to try to put maybe Diamande up top? Are they going to try something different? There's a lot of questions of how this is going to fit.
It does look like he played a good deal of his time at Leipzig on the right. So maybe he does play on the right. I
Maybe
thought I
he
could have
goes,
sworn during the
yeah.
World Cup he was on the left, but I mean, look, if they end up putting him on the right, it kind of looks like he could play with both of his feet. If they end up playing him on the right, and it's a front line of Diamande, Vinny Jr., and Mbappe, I think that is very similar to a PSG front line of Barcola, Doué, and um, Dembele, or a Kane Olise and Diaz. So I think that Diomande joining definitely puts them in that top forward conversation for sure. I think they were in that conversation anyway with just the two, Vinny and Mbappe, but with Diomande now, I think I'm interested to see
Yeah,
it. I think
he
Marino's
played on
really
the
good
left
with
in the
young.
World Cup.
He played on the left in the World Cup, but he right, yeah, but it's saying he played more on the right with
Right.
Leipzig, so he could play on both sides,
Leipzig.
which is great. Especially being young. So even if you want to rotate Vinny out, rotate Vinny to the top. But like you said, Mourinho definitely has a plan. The man's always got a plan. So it's just going to be interesting to see how he can get all those personalities to fit. But if there's somebody that can do
Hmm.
it, it's Mourinho.
Oh, absolutely. Again, we're never going to overestimate him. The next one, since obviously we just talked about it, the whole rumor that Vinny was 50-50 between Arsenal and Real Madrid. He wasn't going to extend his contract at Real Madrid, wanted too much money, and then Arsenal supposedly put out a bid for him, and it wasn't enough. But that drama is officially over as Vinny Jr. Extended his contract to a 6-year deal, which will put him there till at least 2032.
I knew it was going to happen. I think it was only a matter of time until he signed the deal because he had to have hit the open market and at least had some introductory conversations with other teams and quickly realized that nobody can pay him what Real Madrid can pay him. Right? Like no, like Arsenal was
Exactly.
not, and the weekly wages, the structure is just there's no way Arsenal was going to be able to afford him with all the wages that they already had. Um, yeah, I'm not
And they
shocked
didn't
he
put
ended
out the
up being.
numbers. They didn't put the numbers out of his contract, I believe, yet. Did they? I don't think I
No,
saw it.
no, they're going to be stupid. It's going to be stupid. It's going to be upwards of like
Yeah.
500,000 a week, I'm sure. And there's no way Arsenal's paying that because he's going to want Mbappe money. And Mbappe, if I'm not mistaken, is I think he's on half a mil a week, which is like mind-boggling amount of money when you think about that. But yeah, it
And
was
just
always either going to be Real Madrid or somebody really big with a really big pocketbook.
yeah, but
But I'm not shocked.
again, I'm glad he's staying at Real Madrid.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it would have
if
been an issue if he did join Arsenal because then they would easily be Champions League like favorites.
yes, they
Bruno and
definitely would
him,
have.
that would have been very scary.
Would have been another year of Arsenal winning. Next
Yeah.
one. Should we go our small one or big one? We got two left. Let's go the small one real quick. Nothing crazy. Marc-Andre ter Stegen from Barcelona is going to Ajax for 2.5 million. Nothing crazy, but again, as a
I can't believe
goalkeeper,
he's still playing. Like, considering Arsenal grabbed him off a beach while he was smoking cigarettes like a couple years ago, I would have thought like once he was done at Barca, that was it. But I assume he's Dutch with the last name Verstegen. Ter
yes,
Stegen, I mean. Yeah,
yes.
so I mean, most players do gravitate. I'm sure he played at Ajax in their system at some point, so I could see it just being a 1 year farewell tour kind of thing.
It's a 2-year contract.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
sorry, he's not Dutch, by the way. He's German.
He's not even what?
He's
Huh.
German.
Look at
I forgot he
that.
played for Germany in the World Cup.
Yeah, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Yeah. He's only 34 too, but yeah, I guess I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. And our last one, Ian, your favorite player in Premier League history, Mohamed Salah, has made his
Turkish club.
has made his
Oh,
team.
Windsor.
I'm gonna Trabzonspor, however you say that, in Turkey. It is a 2-year deal, 14.5 million per season, and it's the biggest signing in club history.
How much money?
14.5 million per season, biggest signing in club
Reds are
history.
free. Um,
I was surprised he went there. I thought he was going to go to the MLS. I know there's rumors. I know Saudi was very tempting to get him, but him going to a Turkish club, I have nothing against the Turkish league anyway, but it was just very shocking to see him go there.
it's an interesting move. It definitely is an interesting move. could have sworn he would have gone somewhere to Saudi or MLS more so for the money, but this shows me he still thinks he's got some juice left in his legs. Especially because Trabzonspor, they are in the Europa League qualifiers. So I guess he wants to play for in Europe still. I mean,
Europe, yeah.
Turkey's not an easy league. Turkey is
Yeah.
not
Good
an easy
job.
league by any state. It's not a retirement league. In Trabzonspor, they finished third in Super League last season, behind Fenerbahce. Um, yeah, I'm a bit surprised by it. I could have sworn it was going to be a retirement league. I think his legs are gone, but I
No,
guess what
yeah,
do
again,
I
I
know?
just
I
yeah.
think it's a silly signing, to be honest. Like you have Galatasaray and Fenerbahce in front of you. Is he going to be able to jump them by himself? Probably not. I don't know. Why there is, I wonder what's going to come out why he went there.
Unless like you make a good point. Well, first of all, good job pronouncing that. Maybe you should start pronouncing these teams that I can't pronounce. But again, I think maybe it is European football that maybe again, like you said, he still thinks he could play and he sees maybe
Yeah.
not going to say like a project, but he sees something in this club saying, hey, they can really push for possibly Champions League or something like that.
They could. I mean, they could, right? And I just don't
He can
see it though.
still
Like
play. We're not saying he can't play. He can still play. I know you're a more hater than
you're saying he could still play. I think it's gone. I didn't think he looked very good in the World Cup either. So I think it's gone, and I think he's going to look like shit. But I also just don't like him, so that's just pure bias.
That's fair enough. And our last one, this is breaking news coming from Fabrizio. Chelsea have signed Pep Chavarría from Rayo Vallecano for 19 million plus 2 million with add-ons. Chelsea gets their left back for Xabi Alonso. What do we think, Ian?
It's okay. I like that he is a more veteran player. He's 28, so he's not young. So I do like that a lot. I like that he's coming from an established club. He's coming from La Liga. So those are all positives for me. Let's see how he ends up fitting in with the squad. It's interesting because I wonder now if he's going to be more of a left midfielder or if he's going to play left back. Right? That's my question. Like, what are we playing here? Because if you're bringing in a left back, I don't think you're going to play three at the back. You know what I mean? So
I think he's going to be switching it a lot.
which I don't like. I wanted a team with an identity.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Like,
I
I
don't.
think we've done enough of this. I just want a fucking identity, man. I don't know. I thought we were just going to sign center backs and play three at the back. He looks like a solid defender for Rayo Valencia, but I know, is he, what formation are we playing? If we
I
play
don't
a
hate it
back
for the
four,
price
he's
tag.
solid.
Yeah. I don't hate it for the price tag. I definitely think no matter what, even if we weren't playing four in the back, we eventually were going to need a left back because the only other one we have is Joel Hato, and he's still on that young side. So for
Yeah.
that price tag, I'm not going to argue with it. But again, it is going to depend. Like if we're going to play three in the back, is he capable to play that left wing back? Or is it maybe is he a sub? Does Hato start as a left wing back? And then if he gets hurt, then we have to go back. Then we have to go back to a four in the back system. So it should be interesting.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay,
Another one that
couple. Oh, you
go
have one?
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go
No,
for
go
it.
ahead. No, I just
I
wanted to
was
talk about, I know we talked about this last week with James Trafford. It is finally official as of today. 40 million pounds sets a British record for most expensive British goalkeeper. How about that?
look at Leeds. I got a couple rumors here, Ian. I got three rumors. Obviously,
Okay.
we said the transfer market's gonna start to slow down a little bit. I feel like the last 2 weeks we've had some bigger ones, but obviously there's still some rumors. A couple one is Raul Asensio from Real Madrid is looking to get a move to Liverpool.
Ooh.
Liverpool in talks with him, which I think that'd be a very good signing for Liverpool as well. Obviously, we know Kanate left, someone who can help that back line out. I think that would be good for them. This is one I absolutely hate. Ezri Konsa from Austin Villa is in talks. I guess you can say talks, rumors, as Arsenal's putting in a bid for 60 million for them.
I did see that. That would be a really good addition for Arsenal. They do have Saliba, who's going to miss significant time this season to start the year. He's getting surgery, so they do need to have a replacement or at least somebody else to come in and backfill him. And I think Konsa's a really good signing for them. I'm just surprised that Liverpool is getting rid of him. They're just
You mean
looking to
Villa?
rebuild that whole back. They're rebuilding that whole team, and yeah.
No, yeah. I hopefully they don't get them. And the last one, this is a little bit of a mix between two players. Obviously, there's rumors that Enzo Maresca is interested in getting Pedro Neto from Chelsea. Chelsea value him at 70 million, which is a crazy price tag. But the only way this happens is on depends on the Savinho move, the Savinho winger from Manchester City, because there's rumors that he may be going to Tottenham, and the only way Man City would want Neto is if Savinho goes. So there's
70
back and forth.
million?
That's what Chelsea are
I
putting the
can't
price
get my
tag
head
at.
around that figure. Dude, he's worth like a bag of chips.
What kind of
70
bag of chips? What
million?
kind of bag of chips are we talking
Dude,
about, by the
any
way?
bag of chips, anything. 70 million, 20 million, I think is generous. Holy hell. Yeah, I mean, I think we are doing our best to rate him and try to get as much money as possible, I'm sure. But I did see that rumor and I wasn't overly surprised. I think Enzo liked him a lot. Like he was always playing under Enzo Maresca. He would always play. So I'm not shocked. For some reason, Enzo likes him. Maybe it's because he can run down the pitch and then pass the ball backwards. It's shit. Fine, take him. I don't fucking care. But the other Man City rumor I wanted to talk about was Rodri, right? Everybody I think thought it was signed, sealed, delivered that he was going to end up at Real Madrid, and now Barcelona has been creeping around today, and it's opened up Rodri to the possibility of going to Barcelona. So I know you posted on our story today, but I think if you're Rodri, where would you rather wind up?
We disagree. I'd rather have him at Real Madrid.
No, I'm
I
saying if
think
you're
if you,
Rodri, if
oh,
you're him.
sorry. Uh,
I think Real Madrid, I agree with you. I think Real Madrid need him way more. They need that pivot holding midfielder. But if you're him, do you want to go to Real Madrid or you want to go to Barca?
I think I'd want to go to, I think I'd want to go to Real Madrid. Play with
Yeah?
Mbappe, with Vinícius Jr. Him and Jude Bellingham in the middle to me would be a dream pairing.
How many people play on Barcelona that run that Spain national team?
No, that obviously plays a big factor in
Right.
why he wants to go there. I don't know. I prefer. I'd rather would have seen him at Real Madrid, but obviously you do bring a good point. As like again, how many of those players were on
I'd
this
rather him at Real Madrid
international
too, because I
team?
think he fits that Makaleli role perfectly. That's something Mourinho invented more or less, right? Like I think him going to Real Madrid makes Real Madrid a really big contender, especially when you think about Diomande coming, not only Diomande coming, but Cucurella coming in on the left, right? So are working to solidify their defense. They're not just going all offensively, and Mourinho being more of a defensive coach. I would really like to see that, but I think now that Barcelona's got their nose in there and are a lot of players on that Barcelona team that do play for the Spain national team, like Ferran Torres, Pau Cubarsí, uh, Yamal. So I think there's a lot there's going to be a lot to that. Like Real Madrid, I think that was the first time last year that they didn't have somebody on their Spain national team from their starting 11, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Like that was never a thing. And again, coming off of winning the World Cup, that could definitely play a huge role, I think, for Rodri. So it'll be interesting to see how things turn out. I don't think he's a guy that'll go for the money because I think he's made enough money at City where I don't think it's going to have to be a money race. I think it'll end up at Barca now that they're into it. But
um,
you say Real Madrid, I say Barca. We'll see how it goes.
I agree. Do
All
you
right.
have any other rumors? I know. I think we've
I
hit
heard a few
everything that's
things, and we were
actually on the.
talking about it before. Ramiro I know that I heard today that Atletico Madrid has been poking their head around for the center back from Tottenham. I also heard that they are poking their head around for Mickey van der Ven. That's Arsenal is poking their head around for the Tottenham center back. So something to keep an eye out for to see if those two fit into Zerbi's future plans, especially when we talk about a guy like Ramiro, who last season was kind of on the outs with the Tottenham fan base. We'll see how it all pans out. I don't think both of those will leave, but if you were to ask me which one I could see leaving more than the other, I could probably see Van der Ven leaving to like go to Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't know if Arsenal is in. Who knows? Arsenal may be in talks with other center backs.
I heard it on TalkSport only about 2 hours before, so who knows? It could just be whispers, but it's definitely something that is out there. But that is it on my end, and I believe that is it for our transfer rumors. Moving right along, we will get into our fantasy top five by position. We got Fantasy Premier League, like we said, we got Premier League coming up. I know a lot of drafts coming up. We got our draft next Sunday, the 16th. I got another draft myself on the 17th. So we're getting right in the thick of things. And we're gonna go off of, I know we're gonna start with, you want to start with midfielders first, Jay?
All right, switch it up. Go ahead. Am I
Oh,
starting?
oh. Yeah, you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I don't. I think this is a no-brainer. I think first ranking midfielders first one's Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. Again, he's a guaranteed starter for Manchester United. Doesn't miss any games. You feel like he's never hurt. Takes penalty kicks, takes the free kicks, takes the corners, can score goals, sets up teammates, and the entire attack runs through him. I don't think there's a question to put anyone else above him as a midfielder.
Yeah, I agree. I'm in agreement. I think a lot too. He gets a lot of those assists. They have so many good forwards up front of him. Manchester United, as we saw last year, they like to play that fast-paced attacking offense. So Bruno Fernandes is my number one as well. Hopefully he'll fall to me, but if I don't have him, I'll take Holland.
Um,
Yeah, we'll see.
yes. So my
Hopefully.
second, and just so we understand, listeners, is like I'm not. It's just for me. Like this is fantasy. Who we think fantasy uh related is going to be the best players. Like I'm not just gonna name the best five players at that position because it's not about that. Sometimes in
Pertinent to
fantasy,
fantasy, yeah.
it's about points and stuff like that. And like we've always said, depending on the format you play, the points are different. But my second one's gonna be Antonio Semenyo from Manchester City. I think somebody who was on a very high last year when he was on Bournemouth, and then he made that move to Man City, and we saw how successful he was when he played time was Pep. But I think with Maresca there, Semenyo is somebody who's going to have that role, direct goal threat, and he only needs one chance to create something. And the thing with Manchester City is they're going to generate so many chances on net that he'll give you some points.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah. I like Semenyo a lot too. My number two here, and I'm gonna say that I don't love it, but I'm gonna go with him anyway, and it's gonna be Florian Wirtz because I think this is the year, Justin, that it's gonna click. We're gonna have a healthy Isaac. He's gonna have all the reps up front, and I think it's gonna come into place. I think he's a very, very good player. I think he's gonna be very much like a Bruno Fernandes, maybe double-digit assists, maybe is too reaching. Could be. But I did see a lot of positive progression from him in the last part of the second half. Really, I would say like the last three quarters of the season last year. I think the first quarter wasn't great, but I think as things went on, he got better, and he does win a lot of duels, makes a lot of accurate crosses. He takes on and finish out a lot of dribbles, which is huge. And if we're talking fantasy numbers, he last year finished, well, he's projected to finish in the top 10, but last year, even though like he didn't put up great numbers, he finished in, oh gosh, 20th.
Okay.
It's really not bad for a guy who didn't have a great season.
Now,
First year in the Prem, fantasy wise, 20th. So I can only see positive progression from there. So give me Florian
yeah,
Wirtz too.
And I know you were high on him because you had him on your must draft last episode as well. And like you said, I think the new style that Liverpool is going to play with obviously the new coach and everything, I think it suits him as well.
Yeah, I agree.
My third one is Dominic Szoboszlai from Liverpool. I
Double
think
slide.
with
Yeah.
yep, thank you. Obviously, I think with Salah leaving, there's definitely more responsibility in the club, and I think he takes that next step forward. And I feel like out of those center mids between him, Wirtz, Greenberch, McAllister, but again, he could shoot. We've seen him shoot. We've seen him take set pieces, put him in the back of the net. He's very creative with the ball, so I'm expecting him to get a lot of points this year. Depending on where your, I guess where your league puts him, because I know some leagues do put him as a defender, but I think as of now he's marked as a midfielder, so that's why I have him there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I like him a lot. I'm not going to put him at three, obviously, because I have Verts at two. So I wouldn't put two
Yeah,
back to back midfielders there. Number three, who I have is Morgan Gibbs White. I think he's a player that plays all of the matches for Nottingham Forest. They're not a team that plays in any European competitions, and he's just a guy who's always popping up. Last season had in the Premier League, and how many goals? He had 15 goals and 4 assists last season in 35 matches. So he definitely produces from that attacking midfield position. And again, he gets shots on target. He creates different chances. He creates those passes into the box, successful crosses. So he does gobble up a lot of points. He wins duels. So Morgan Gibbs White is definitely my number three there.
it's funny. I have him as my number four.
Okay.
Simple enough just to go off you. I just feel like everything runs through him at Nottingham Forest. There's really not much to say. Without him last year, they get relegated.
Oh,
And
100%. I
again, I'm
mean,
expecting the same thing. A team that's going to struggle, and they're really going to depend on him.
yeah, I mean, like everything runs through him. He's the orchestrator of that team, and they need him real bad, real bad. Number four, I might catch some heat for this. Fuck it, YOLO. Enzo Fernandez, because I think again another guy who's only going to get better with Morgan Rogers being put around him, with a new coach. With Nico Jackson coming back, maybe getting some assists to him. I don't think he's going to have to carry the bulk of the offense through portions like he did last season, where it was almost like, yo, is this only Enzo running the offense? Give me him at four because, again, what he does do well is he wins duels. He'll win those free balls for you. He'll get involved on the defensive side of things. So, again, listeners, if you haven't sensed a trend, it's not just midfielders who go score goals. It's guys who are box to box. If you're in a fantasy draft this season, maybe for the first time, look for guys who can contribute all around. So yeah, give me Enzo Fernandez there.
Not a bad one. And my last one is Marcus Tavernier,
Yep.
sorry, from Bournemouth. Again, somebody who had a career high in goals last year. He starts every game. We've seen him score goals. Like I said, I think he scored seven or eight goals last year for the club, had a handful of assists. He's not afraid to take shots, and kind of like you said, he likes the attack. He's not afraid to get back and defend. So he kind of does it all in the midfield.
Solid. He's a solid player. I like him a lot. My number five is tough. I'm probably going to catch some flack for this one, but like the guy finished ninth in our league last year, and it's Granit Xhaka. Another guy, box to box, gets involved a lot. Dude, it's just the crosses, man. He's going to gobble you up points. If you're in a league that isn't just goals and assists, if you're in a league that's just goals and assists, please stay away from him. If you're
Must
not in a
avoid.
league that's just goal, what?
Must avoid. He was on my avoid list last episode, and I'm
Yeah,
telling
you're
you to avoid
wild.
him.
6 assists last season, man. He's going to get the ball into the box. If you look at our scoring, the way he was cranking out matches 16.5, 14.5, 10, 12, like he's just always up there, creates a lot of creates a lot of chances, gets active, makes the tackles. Give me homeboy at five. Granite
Just
Xhaka.
remember, just remember, Ian, who got last place. So I want everyone who's listening, be very careful what you take from this guy, because he got last place.
Who got in 11th place?
Not me. I was like ninth. So nice
All right.
try.
So not much better. Just
Nice
don't
try.
listen to us. Honestly, if you want to win your league, probably don't listen to us. All right. Forward time. You want to go to forward or defender?
Let's go defenders.
Okay, defenders. I'll
I'll
go
let
first here.
yeah,
You want?
go ahead.
Yeah?
No, you
All
go.
right. Okay. I'll go first. And again, I think a lot of these, at least for me, are going to just depend. It's team dependent a lot on defenders. And for me, I'm going to go with Gabriel at number one, just because I think Arsenal will have so many clean sheets that he gets those clean sheet bonuses. He'll get a header every once in a while. Does he do anything exceptional? No. Honestly, you're just relying on the clean sheet bonus. He'll get his tackles too, but I mean, he's, I think, a pretty solid one up there. He did have three
Yeah,
goals
you
last season, four assists. So seven total goal contributions ain't bad either.
yeah, you can go into your two. I have Gabriel as well. Even with him missing time, he's still gonna come in. They're still gonna have plenty of clean sheets, and he'll just make up for that. So go ahead, we can go to number two.
Yep. And my number two, kind of right along the same line here with strong defenses and good teams, is Margay. Full season at
Interesting.
City. I do think that they're another defensive team or can be a defensive team. I think they'll be more defensive with Enzo. I mean, they didn't give up a lot of goals last season. Gay did contribute three goals, three assists. He actually finished top in our league as defender, Justin, last season. So I'll take Gay number two.
My two, I actually don't have him in my top five.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Anything with Man City just scares me with rotation. I don't know if he's going to be one of those. I know how much they paid for him. I just don't know how much is Enzo going to play. And he should start every game,
He
but I
should.
just,
I think he
yeah,
will. I don't think Enzo's like Pep with the I hope not. I mean, let's see. I'm gonna not draft any City players, but if you're not paranoid, go for it.
yeah. My number two, you're going to hate him. It's Van Dijk. Obviously he's aging, but again, he's another safe, guaranteed starter at Liverpool. The captain. The biggest thing that he gets out of more of these defenders is he's a major set piece target. Free kicks, corners, he's going to get his head to it. He's going to get a shot. He's going to get a shot on goal. He's going to score a goal. Liverpool's still going to have that strong clean sheet ceiling. And he also has that like excellent defensive contribution profile. Obviously, he's not in his prime from like 2 or 3 years ago when he was never getting dribbled by, but he's still going to get stuck in a tackles. He's going to outstrength the opposition as well. So he's my number two.
Yeah, put him in my three to piggy right back off you. I mean, I don't love him, but he's just so consistent. He's going to start every
Mhm.
match for Liverpool. Like you said, he's going to contribute with his head. That's just he's always in right. He's like their target man on corners. If you look at last season, he had six goals.
Yeah.
Pretty solid amount. It's almost how many Cole Palmer had, right? So, and you throw in the clean sheet bonus, you throw in all the tackles he's going to be involved in. Yeah, give me Van Dijk at three.
My number three is James Targowski from Everton.
Yeah, okay.
Another player, and you'll start to see my trend here is you need players who are going to start every game.
Yeah,
That's the big thing. You don't want players who you're gonna have to drop. You want players who are gonna play every game, and more you want players who are gonna stay healthy. Obviously, you can't predict an injury, but a lot of these players are usually healthy. But again, Everton may not get tons of clean sheets, but he is like a Van Dijk factor. He's very very strong defensively. He does get up for set pieces. I think he had 5 goals last year off corner kicks as well. So someone again who's got both sides of the ball as a defender.
yeah, yeah. A good one. Tarkowski is a good one there. Number four, give me, we're at four, right?
Yes,
Yes.
because you went first
Nathan Collins from Brentford.
from
Brentford, a
Brentford.
team
Yep.
that likes to set up shop. They like to play a lot of defense, so you get your bonuses there. Did it? He had one goal last season, one goal. So he's not going to contribute a lot offensively, but last season he ended up 13th in our league. I think he only builds from there. I think that Brentford defense, I think they'll be solid again. So give me him at four.
I like that one. My four is Pedro Porro from Tottenham. I think this is going to be a very good year for Tottenham, especially again how they've increased their team. He offers more attacking upside than most defenders. He's going to cross the ball frequently, creates chances. He's capable of scoring. We've seen that in the World Cup for Spain. He's going to be again assisting players more entertaining central midfield with Tonali going and Mateus Fernandez joining the attack to get onto the ball. And I think no European football for him is going to be helpful, so he should be a steady starter as well.
Yeah, for sure. Number five, give me with Lewis Dunk. Another guy who's going to be starting all the time for Brighton. Brighton, another team that can play good defense. They set up shop. Think he's a solid option for you.
Yeah, he
Give me
starts
good
every game
old
too.
fucking Dunk.
My last one to finish off the defenders is the Colombian international, Daniel Munoz from Crystal Palace.
Mhm.
Again, somebody who, again, Palace isn't a team that's gonna have all those clean sheets, but again, somebody who's not afraid to join the attack, somebody who likes to contest in the air, wins his 50-50 battles, good on ball recoveries, and can be a threat going forward.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so that'll bring us to the end of the defenders. Do you just want to skip keepers? I'm kind of good on skipping keepers and just doing forwards. You want to do that?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Listeners, keepers are kind of like kickers. Just pick the best one that week. You could cycle keepers. Unless you get a really, really top keeper. Unless you get David Raya, Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson. Am I missing anybody here? Becker, Allison, Donnarumma.
Donnarumma.
Yeah. Outside of those four, you can kind of just rotate them. Rotate them based on matchups. Got it.
Right.
All right, forwards. You want to go first or you want me to go
That's why you
first?
got last. I'll go
Dude,
first this
I
time
do not
because
think you
we're
need a set keeper. I think you just go off of who the worst team that they're playing against is.
I think it depends. Like if you get a again,
Well,
if
if
you
you
get
get
a
a top
David,
keeper, but if you get like if you get a middle of the end, middle of the league keeper, I think you're just going to be playing a lot of roulette.
yeah, it all depends on your scoring system. Like if you're doing the regular FPL app and all you get is clean sheets and you get a point for every three saves, I think it is, you're gonna want one of those top goalkeepers. You're gonna want David Raya, you're probably gonna want a Donnarumma or maybe an Allison just because the defense is better. But if you're in a format that you get like say every save is worth two, I'm gonna want a keeper from Coventry City. I'm gonna want a whole city
Right.
keeper. I'm gonna want one of those goalkeepers from a team that's getting plenty of shots. So I think it depends on your format. But going to forwards, I don't think we have any argument here. I think number one is Holland. I don't think we need to bring it up for discussion. I don't think there's anything to talk about. He's obviously the number one.
Yep. Yep. I agree. Should we go right to number two?
Okay. Number two, Alexander Isak.
I,
This might
son
be a
of a
little
bitch.
bit of no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a different one just because of everything that went on with him last year with Newcastle. Then obviously Alexander Isak picked up that nasty injury. But I think Alexander Isak's going to get that chance in the beginning of this year with Ekitike having that, I think it was his Achilles, I believe, if I
Yeah, it's
remember
not
it correct.
good.
Yeah, he's going to be out for a while, and I think this is Isak's time to show why Liverpool paid this much money for him. And again, with the new style that I'm expecting Liverpool to play, he's going to get a lot more chances. So I think he's going to have a big year here.
Yeah, I mean, he's a top class striker when he's healthy. And if there's no Ekatike, that it's just going to be him. Yeah, absolutely. Give me Isak at two. Number three, Jay, who you got?
I have Matheus Cunha from Manchester United. And
I do
again,
too.
this is someone who I thought had a good year last year. I don't think he had a great year. Obviously, we had
He had that
between
hammy
him,
injury.
Sesko, and yeah, between him, Sesko, and Buemo were each 9, 10 goals each. But I think with the additions that Manchester United got with Tielemans and Santos, I think this will open up a little bit more for Cunha as well, and I'm expecting him to have a lot more chances.
Yeah, same thing for me with Cunha. I think Manchester United, they showed last year what kind of offense they can be. I think it's going to be very similar to this year. I think they make a run at the Premier League title. I really like Manchester United a lot this season. So yeah, definitely give me Cunha at three.
My number four is João Pedro from
Yeah.
Chelsea. Again, I think he had a great year for Chelsea, as bad as they were, and I think with the weapons around him this year, I think he should be set up for more success, especially without European football for Chelsea this season. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to score goals. I definitely think he'll have more of a playmaker as well this year, again, because of who's surrounded by him. But I think he's set up for a good year.
It's really hard to go against Pedro at four, so I'm just going to go with, yeah, Pedro at four. Eh, I think he's a good striker. He finishes goals, but I also think this is part to show that there is a very steep drop off from top strikers in the Premier League these days to everybody else, right? Like the Premier League, you used to be able to go team by team and start listing off the strikers and the top strikers that they had, and it's just not the same, right? You got Holland, Cunha's not even really a striker. Right. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess give me João Pedro at four. He's a good striker, but again, I think it
Yeah.
definitely highlights the clear drop off of the striker position in the Premier League and what we used to know the striker position as. A guy that would just be in the box and score, and now it's more guys who can kind of get all the way involved.
No, I agree.
That's my two
And
cents.
my last,
Dude, I love, and I was telling somebody, I love the old Peter Crouch. Get him in the fucking box, throw a head in there, bicycle, just bumbling, stumbling. That's what I want, man. All this fucking passing bullshit. That's why I like the Scottish Premier League, man. It'll be like 4-3 every match.
my
Whooping each
last,
other's asses.
my last one, and this is a little contradiction because I did have him as my players to
Ollie
avoid
Watkins.
last episode is Ollie Watkins, but I just think with
It's
how
thin.
Villa is going to play this year, and he's going to be the only one that's to me going to create chances, put shots on target. He's definitely probably going to be on PK duty as well now. So I think there's a lot of points that could be coming from him.
It's also thin.
Yeah.
You know who I'm going with at five?
Igor Thiago.
Nope. I said it earlier. I said it actually once this team. You probably won't remember it. Give me Ollie fucking McBurney from
Oh
Hull.
yeah. Hmm.
Because my man, he ended up bringing Hull up into the Premier League. The man's got balls of steel. And you got to take, I like these teams because, especially with the strikers, they're going to get all the chances. Like they're probably going to play five at the back, punt the ball up the pitch, and McBurney's going to, at least get some shots on targets. He's going to be the guy that's going to be taking the PKs for them. I mean, if you look at a guy like Delap, remember we played from Ipswich Town? I think he finished with 12 goals, right? So you got to think something from there. You could probably get 10, 12 goals with any of those guys that came up. Haji writes the same way. Another guy who could probably finish with double digit goals. So give me at five Ollie McBurney, the person, balls of steel. But I think anything, I would take any of those guys. In which again just shows how shit the fucking Premier League is with strikers right now. But again, I don't need to have to keep talking about it. All right, Jay, anything else you want to talk about with fantasy? I know we kind of dug into a lot of players here.
Yeah, good luck to everybody who's drafting soon. Again, take this the way you want to take it. If you
Yeah.
win if you win a league, you know who to come thank. If you get last place, you know who to keep coming to.
You mean to never come to again?
No, I don't want people not to listen to us.
Well, I
I knew
don't
what I
think I
was
want
doing.
to finish.
I knew what I was doing here.
All right, all right, all right, all right. We will wrap up as always with another installment of the Blues Corner. I want to talk about something first, and it's our first two friendlies. We lost 2-1 to Tottenham. We lost 1-0 to Juventus. I want to say one thing. Relax. Gotta relax. It's just the preseason. Can't get too high. I know a lot of, we all want the Blues back, baby. We all want the Blues back, but we can't get too excited yet. It's still preseason football. We're still working the kinks out. So, is it ever good to lose to Tottenham? No. I don't care that we are in legitimately China and it was August, but you never like to lose to Tottenham. But again, it's a preseason. We can't get too up or too up or too down this time of year. So a lot of soccer, a lot of football left. That's what I gotta say, Jay.
Yeah, I think I don't know. All right, good. Yeah, I think preseason, again, kind of like you said, it's not to panic. And I know some fans do panic real quick because you look at it, you're like, oh, you lost to Tottenham 2-1. You played a whole half basically up a man, and then you lost to Juventus and you didn't create many options. But you also have to understand, like, it's a little different this year. A lot of these players from the World Cup aren't playing because they're getting that rest. And I know from Chelsea, Caicedo came in, I think he came in the second half against Juventus, or maybe he started it and came out at halftime. Enzo Fernandez hasn't played. Obviously, you've had Cole Palmer, but you also have to think about all the academy players that all these clubs let play in these friendlies too. Like if you look at Arsenal, Arsenal just got smashed by I think it was Benfica 3-1, or it was someone from the other day, and you just can't panic. It's time to it's they use it as tactics. They use it to see which players are not going to make the actual roster and things like that. Yes, is it concerning a little bit that we played 3 games against Juventus, Tottenham, and Western Sydney or whatever the club was, and we've let up 7 goals in 3 games? Yes, that's very concerning, and we've scored five, and 4 of those were against that Sydney team. Is that a little bit of concerning? Yes, but I think it's something that Alonso's looking at to see, okay, this is what's going wrong. We need to fix this before the season starts. And I think our last one, we play Simo on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. I think you'll see more of a full lineup there before going into our first Premier League game.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope.
That's my thoughts.
All
Hopefully,
right.
we're not panicking first game.
No, hopefully we're not. I could see myself full-blown panic mode. It sucks that we play our first match on a Monday. I do hate that. Like you have to watch everybody else fucking play, and then you play Fulham first match. Like a first match against Fulham, I don't love. Not gonna lie.
Are we home or
Anything can
away?
happen. I don't know. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look.
Were you done? Were
Listeners.
you done? Were you done on your side for the Blues corner?
Yeah, it's at fucking
Yeah,
Fulham. Don't love
it's at
that.
Fulham.
We're
Yeah, that could
fucked.
be it. Nah, we're not starting this already. I'm not starting with the negativity. We're not even there
Zero
yet, and
points. We're fucked, dude.
you're starting this already.
Get the fucking get our pick 'em pool going. Chelsea loss first week.
You know what? It's not even like uploaded on Sleeper yet, which I'm starting to get like I
Really?
can't. It's just blacked out. You can't click it yet. So I'm hopefully they
Blacked
do
out.
it
That's what I'm gonna
soon.
have to be watching Chelsea this season.
That was a good one. Uh we're gonna talk about a little bit about Mykhailo Mudryk from Chelsea.
Mykhailo Mudryk.
Obviously, yeah, Mudryk. My spelling's a little bit wrong over here. Obviously, a player who was away from football for 20 months due to his anti-doping proceedings, and finally they were resolved. I think the whole situation with him is just a nightmare in general.
It's
Not
kind of
able, not
bullshit.
Yeah, not able to train at the facility and all this stuff. I just think what he had to go through was a just straight mess. I didn't think it was fair. I think this is mentally screwed his head up probably. And I think that it was just so good to watch him come off the bench against Juventus and play 20 minutes just to see how he looked mentally and as a player. And obviously, he didn't do much in the 20 minutes. It's hard to look at a player for 20 minutes anyway in a preseason.
Right.
But it was very emotional for him and the club.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see he's back on the field after going through this because we've known football players, baseball, hockey, whatever sport you want to say, like people go through this stuff and they never play the game again. And
And it
this
kind
and
of
this
is
is his
bullshit with
career.
him, especially. Like they ended up, for those that don't know, legalizing what he was, failed for, but like they legalized it a bit ago. So it shouldn't have dragged on as long as it has. Like it's almost like if you were in jail for smoking pot, they make pot legal and you're still in jail, that you would, for
Yeah,
smoking pot. Legitimately, that's the exact same thing that happened in this case with Mykhailo Mudryk. So I mean, it really is good for him that he's going to come back. I said I was a little excited just because we have nobody else on the fucking left. So like I think he gives us our best option, but I don't think he ends up playing for us this season. I think we end up loaning him
that was
out.
my next
I
that was
do
my
want
next
him to get
question.
out there and play. Like you come back from all that, that's great. You're not going to come right back into a Premier League starting 11. And if he did, that just is like would just show how bad of a shape we are. But yeah, I think we end up loaning him out. I think you have to send
Yeah,
him
I
over to
think that's the right decision.
Strasbourg.
Well, that's the rumors they want to sell.
Yeah,
Not
that's
sell,
Chelsea. That's
loan them there.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's our feeder club. So yeah, send him over to Strasbourg for a little
Yeah.
bit. Let him develop.
I don't want to sell him because we've held on to him this long with all the stuff
Yeah.
he's went through. Obviously, as Chelsea as a Chelsea club, we've actually supported him throughout this whole drama that he's went to. So what would be the point of just throwing
Well,
him
what would
out
you
and just
even
saying,
sell
okay,
him
get
for?
yeah, exactly. What's his value?
Like we bought it for 100 million. Like what could he go for right now? 7 million? Like I don't know what his you want to take a look at FOTMOB, but I
That's what
don't
I'm
know
doing
what
right
his
now.
transfer value is, but I mean we bought him for 100 million. He'll never reach that ever. Fucking
39 million.
see, what the fuck is that based off of? He hasn't played fucking whatever. Yeah, bullshit. Okay, he ain't 39 million, but yeah, we have to. Yeah, we'll end up loaning him out. It's silly to sell him, so I think a loan spell is what's best for him.
No, I do. I agree. I think
All
if we
right.
didn't have as many players on the team that we have now, because Chelsea's trying to minimize that roster, we'd probably keep him.
Mhm.
But I just
Right.
think there's too many. I don't think he is gonna hold on. I am expecting him possibly to get a lot more playing time against AC Milan this Saturday, just to see where he's at. But I do think, like you said, I think he's gonna go on loan.
Yeah, I think they need to see where he's at, especially if a team wants to like. Obviously, you want to loan him out, but a team has to agree to that too. So
Yes.
they do need to see that there's some player still there. I think there probably is because you can't teach speed, but I mean, let's be honest. What did he have at besides speed to begin with? I like him. He runs around a lot, but he didn't have a lot of end product.
He creates things though.
Okay. We'll see Saturday. Oh, all right, Jay. Anything else you want to cover on this episode?
No, I think we hit it all. I think we're done with fantasy. I think this is our last fantasy episode. I think we're gonna have a surprise for everyone next week. We're planning on getting a Man United fan on the episode, a Man City fan on the episode, a Liverpool fan. We're looking to get like a couple fans, well, not couple, like a fan from each of the top six, just to talk about expectations and things like that going into next season. And then we'll probably have I'd probably say like predictions of the Premier League coming up soon too, Ian, right? I would assume.
Yeah, we'll have predictions coming
Yeah.
up soon. We have Bundesliga starting up on the 15th. We have La Liga starting up on the 15th as well. So we definitely have to get some of our predictions out for those leagues, even though primarily I think we're just becoming a podcast that covers just the Premier League primarily, but I'm okay with it. We do obviously like to talk about the big clubs around the world as well. Love talking about the Scottish Premiership. We're definitely talking Dutch Eredivisie next week. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Well, listeners, thank you again, as always, for listening. We did see a new comment from Chuck, who said doesn't know a lot about the sport, but says he likes what we do. So again, appreciate
Thanks,
you,
Chuck.
Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. Appreciate all the listeners as always. If you haven't already, subscribe, 5-star review, comment, like us on Instagram, follow us on everything. Everything is linked in the bio. And from all of us over here at the Beyond the Ball podcast, until next time.